Hello there and good evening to you. Time now is 8:06, taking you live outside the Hartsfield-Jackson Atlanta International Airport, one of the busiest spots this week. Kind of quiet out there this evening as folks probably waiting just a bit longer to return to their home or maybe going to their holiday destination just a little late. The good news that tarmac is dry. Visibility is good at the airport. You can see the airport now versus this morning when we were having rain, areas of fog, and some drizzle kind of limiting visibility. So all in all, a pretty decent Black Friday evening forecast ahead for us. Good evening to you. I'm First Alert Meteorologist Cutter Martin here at the First Alert desk, here to bring you a check of the forecast even away from TV. We are streaming across many platforms right now, AtlantaNewsFirst.com and the news app, Atlanta News First app, also the Atlanta News First Alert weather app. We are streaming on YouTube and Facebook as well. Atlanta News First are the accounts to follow. We'll take a peek right now. Again, just started this live segment a few moments ago, so not too many questions, comments, concerns coming in. We do have some folks watching on Facebook. Also, I have YouTube up on this monitor, and we have some viewers already. Disney 100 Years of Wonder is the account name, but they're saying hello. I am watching from Gwinnett County in Snellville. Hello, Snellville, Gwinnett County. Thanks for watching from the northeast side. In fact, on that note, let's go ahead and dive into the forecast. It's kind of a gloomy evening out there, but the good news, we don't have any rain at the moment. And I think that that's the trend through the evening. First Alert radar, I have it kind of zoomed out here to give you the full vantage point, all of North Georgia. And we are dry. Again, not tracking any rain. However, I do think that some of those clouds low enough to produce a little bit of drizzle, may feel a spritz or two. Could have some fog develop tonight. I think it's relatively patchy, though, not looking at widespread, near zero visibility tomorrow morning or anything like that. But grounds are wet, the wind is mostly calm, and we already do have some cloud cover out there, so I do think it's possible we could see those clouds lower, and we could see some patchy dense fog form overnight tonight. So once again, kind of a gloomy start tomorrow in spots, but I do think that there is a chance there could be some sunshine out the door tomorrow morning as well. Let's talk about that possibility, kind of diving into your forecast now in an hour-by-hour sense. Here is one of the latest forecast model runs that we've gotten in the Weather Center. Again, this is just one run of one forecast model. Going to wind it back to now. Showing all the clouds out there. There were some peaks of sun before the sun set, kind of a filtered sunshine this evening. And now we do still have some of those clouds. Temperatures in the 50s and lower 60s after warming earlier this afternoon back into the mid to upper 60s. So it was a pretty mild day, and it's not that cold of an evening at all. Call it comfortably cool, maybe a light jacket. As we go through the evening, temperatures will cool back, maybe some breaks in the clouds, but I do think there's at least some cloud cover out the door tomorrow morning, with temperatures bottoming out in the upper 40s rather, and lower 50s, going for about 49, 50 or so in Atlanta. And here we are tomorrow morning, 7 a.m. There are definitely some clouds, definitely also some clear spots. So we'll call it a mix of sun and clouds. So I think more clouds than sun. Low to mid 40s up in the mountains, upper 40s, lower 50s elsewhere. Kind of a mild, considering the time of year, start to our Saturday. Here we are, 9, 10 a.m. Maybe you're driving to Athens. Georgia Tech playing Georgia. I just sent an alert to the Atlanta News First Alert Weather app. In fact, I'm going to pull that up on my phone right now. I too have the app, and you can see that push alert right there with the Georgia Tech at Georgia over in Athens game day forecast. It's available for you in the app. You can refer back to it. You may have already watched it, but we'll also talk about that game day forecast right here. And jumping back to the hour by 10 a.m., probably driving to Athens, that kickoff time at noon. If you're leaving from Atlanta, definitely that's probably the case. And I think it's partly cloudy initially. Temperatures warming quickly into the upper 50s to near 60 by kickoff. I think low to mid 60s even in Athens tomorrow afternoon. And notice by about halftime, roughly 2 p.m., definitely those clouds thickening up a bit. It's getting gloomier looking. Final 2 quarters, it'll get even gloomier through that time span, and I think by the final play, last quarter of the game, temperatures will be in the 60s still, but those clouds will be a little thicker, and there will be some showers around, mainly well west of Athens by that point. I think at 4 p.m., still west of Atlanta for the most part, but through the evening, 5, 6, 7 p.m., as you're sitting down to maybe eat supper or dinner, or those last-minute errands you have to run during the evening, or maybe you're going out to dinner. You will probably already need the umbrella. Already some drizzle, some light rain showers around with temperatures very mild, upper 50s and lower 60s. And we'll continue to have this kind of spritzy light rain showers in the area through tomorrow evening early on through 8, 9 o'clock. And then late evening, watch what happens. Rain becomes more widespread, and now we're seeing some heavier showers move in from Alabama and the southwest side, Wedowee, Alabama. That's Cleburne-Randolph County area, on down to LaGrange, Troup, and Heard counties. The same areas that got rained on first with yesterday evening's rain set up. You too, the southwest side and the west side, will be first to get rained on and this Saturday night, Sunday morning setup as well. Again, fast forwarding in time, let's bring it on back. Notice how widespread rain becomes by 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. Some of this heavy. And here we are for 5 a.m. downpours along the I-75, the 85 corridor as well. All of Metro Atlanta, Canton, Gainesville, Atlanta, LaGrange, and Griffin. The north side, inside the perimeter, and then on the south side as well. That risk of at least some brief heavy rain is there. Though not really eyeing the potential for severe weather. I think there could be some rumbles of thunder, but not too worried about that potential. Sharon Parker is watching from McDonough. Rihanna Jones is watching from Aurora, Illinois. Sharon Parker and McDonough, the south side. It's going to be pouring early Sunday morning for a time. And much of the area, that will be the case. Again, we're chatting with many folks right now watching on YouTube. Also, we are streaming on Facebook, both of those platforms, YouTube and Facebook. The account to follow and to watch on is Atlanta News First. You may have gotten that watch alert on your phone, or even if you're watching on a desktop, you may have already gotten that. I want to jump into Facebook too before we kind of recap that Sunday forecast, talking about the rain potential and the risk of heavy rain. We do have some comments coming in on Facebook as well. Valerie Leah Comp watching from Temple. GL Griffith watching, good morning from the Philippines, saying hello to the Atlanteans. Max Goob saying up and running and commenting on both platforms. So you're watching on YouTube, watching on Facebook. Nina Duck is watching from Forsyth. Hello to you, Nina. Thanks for tuning in. And Valerie says, I'm late. Can you give me an update on Temple? Yeah, so Temple tonight, lots of clouds, but mostly dry. We could wake up to mix of sun and clouds, but also some patchy fog in the morning. So one of those in-between mornings where it's not gorgeous, not completely sunny, but not the worst of mornings. Just a little bit of gloom out there, maybe some patchy, dense fog as well. And then tomorrow through the day, and this comment was about a minute ago, but you may have actually commented a few moments ago. So we're going to go ahead and back this clock back here for Valerie, watching from Temple. Again, here we go. Back. Here's tomorrow at 2 p.m. Lots of clouds. Temperatures like today, mild, going mid to upper 60s in Atlanta, low to mid 60s elsewhere. But by 4 p.m., the first few showers, areas of drizzle are starting to develop west of town. And again, this is just one forecast model, one run of that model, just a little bit of all the data that we actually look at here in the Weather Center, but I think it has a decent idea, and that's with the fact that the morning will be mostly dry, first few showers developing in the afternoon, and by evening time, even up in Temple, 5, 6, 7, 8 p.m., progressively it gets a little wetter and a little gloomier there, Valerie, and we expect wet roadways by dinner time or so, at least in spots. And then rain really becomes widespread overnight. By midnight Sunday morning, we're looking at temperatures in the upper 50s in Atlanta, low to mid 50s elsewhere, so not that chilly. With rain becoming widespread and locally heavy rain possible, definitely some heavy rain potential by 2, 3 o'clock in the morning on the west side, though could already be into the metro by that point. And at some point between about 2 a.m. and maybe 5, 6 a.m., we're going to see some heavy downpours race through the metro. But they will be moving. They're not going to sit too long at any one spot. Here we are, 5 a.m., some heavy rain around, so the earliest of drivers on Sunday morning encountering some heavy rain. But watch it how quickly it moves east. By 8 a.m., not only are we drying out, we're clearing out. In the city of Atlanta, even Covington, even McDonough, even Athens, even Gainesville, the southeast, all the way kind of pivoting around to the northeast side of town. You will be drying out by 8, 9, 10 o'clock on our Sunday morning. So Sunday is actually going to be a pretty nice day. Just have to get through those early morning showers, perhaps a couple of thunderstorms. Annette is waving from Hampton to stuff with dressing. So you are still enjoying that Thanksgiving feast. Hello to you. Valerie, you are very welcome. Hopefully that recapped it for you. And again, a lot of weather to talk about tomorrow night into Sunday morning. Rain becomes widespread. There will be some heavy downpours. Around kind of roaming the area early Sunday morning, and then we get a nice break Sunday afternoon. In fact, I think we shoot up into the upper 60s near 70. Some spots in the lower 70s with sunshine Sunday afternoon. So just because you see that alert Sunday morning does not mean the entire day is going to be bad. In fact, a nice day overall after we get that early morning mess out of the metro and out of North Georgia. We get a break Monday. I think late Tuesday, maybe a few showers, but I'm still giving Tuesday maybe 1 or 1.5 thumbs up there. It's going to be a decent day. Wednesday, though, another first alert. In fact, let's jump back over to the graphics. We do have another first alert on Wednesday. This time with the stronger cold front, a real push of some chilly air back in the forecast. But ahead of it, showers and thunderstorms on the way. So you see those two first alert morning storms, and we're talking early Sunday. Later day showers on Saturday, but even a good chunk of that day will be dry. Sunnier Monday, nice day. Tuesday looks nice, but late in the day, a few showers possible, especially the west side. And then Wednesday, timing is still a little uncertain. We do know showers and thunderstorms will be moving through, but exactly what time they impact your neighborhood and your plans or your work schedule, that's still a little bit TBD. I do think, though, the potential is there for some earlier day rumbles and some brief heavy rain Wednesday, but some forecast models wait until afternoon and evening. So we're going to be fine-tuning that timing, but I do think Wednesday evening, night, into Thursday, we'll be drying out and cooling off rather quickly. So Thursday looks nice, though much chillier, a little brisk out there with the rain moving in, or out, I should say. And then Friday, we could have some showers already back in the forecast, but looks relatively light. Cherish wants to know, is the UGA Georgia Tech game going to be rainy? Cherish, Amber Armendariz, hopefully I pronounced your name correctly. Apologize if I did not. Jill Griffith saying hello to you. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you do tune in next time. Again, chatting with many folks on Facebook right now, and Cherish wants to know about that game day forecast. Cherish, if you're just joining, and I am going to recover this here as well, but we did send an alert, a good place to go in case you do miss one of these live feeds, these conversations, weather chats we'll call them. The Atlanta News First Alert Weather app. All you have to do is search First Alert Weather or Atlanta News First, or the whole thing, Atlanta News First alert weather, and we send an alert with a video update specifically talking about that game forecast, just in case you're on the go, may not have the app. It is a good tool, but since you brought it up, let's go ahead and dive back into that forecast. Again, her question is about Saturday. I've written later day showers on the 7-day forecast, but I do think the majority of the game and that earlier start time is helping us out here will be okay. So here we go. Here is the Georgia Tech at Georgia. So they are playing in Athens, Clark County. Here is that game day forecast. Kickoff is at noon. If you're getting there early, temperatures mostly in the 50s, but by noon close to 60 with filtered sun. And what I mean by that is there will be peaks of sun possibly, but I do think clouds more than anything else. And if you're lucky enough to get a little bit of sunshine there, start of the game, here we are at halftime or so. Again, kind of a rough timetable here. You know how football goes, around 2 p.m. More clouds, definitely clouding up with temperatures back in the low to mid 60s in Athens. And I think by 4 p.m. clouds are really thickening up. It's looking gloomier. And the first few showers, patches of drizzle moving into North Georgia by that point, but from the west. So the real legitimate rain chance at 4 p.m., and it's still hit or miss, is west of Atlanta, not in Athens. But if you're in Athens, by the time you get out of the stadium, get to your car and get going, 4:45, 5 p.m. or so, if you wait until the last bit of the game to leave, you could very well be driving back into some rain. If you're commuting back to Atlanta, if you're driving back to anywhere west of Atlanta. So Cherish, hopefully that covered the game day forecast for you. Again, clouds thickening up. There is that final quarter or two rain chance, but mainly west of Athens. They can't guarantee, a few sprinkles, an isolated shower, but the worst of the weather by far arrives well after game time. We're talking late Saturday night into Sunday morning. Sanchez, L. Burns, Turner, when are we going back to winter temps? I missed that. Well, hey, I don't know about winter, like 20s and lower 30s that we had, but what I can say in that 7-day forecast is that some nicer weather is back Thursday and Friday, more wintry. Temperatures back in the mid to upper 50s those afternoons, and mornings back in the upper 30s, lower 40s, so more wintry. Though, of course, it can certainly be colder. In fact, that's right around average. Bev Howe is watching on YouTube. Thanks for saying hey, Bev, and Maria and Sharon and Max on YouTube as well as on Facebook. And speaking of which, going to update the comment thread there. Again, we're chatting with folks. Chair says, good light hoodie weather. Yeah, a light jacket. We're not talking anything extreme here. Cool to start, but 60s with all those people in the stadium. It's going to be actually, fairly mild. You could probably get away with short sleeve, long sleeve underneath that hoodie. You may want to wear something underneath. Make sure you wear your Georgia or Georgia Tech t-shirt underneath that Georgia or Georgia Tech hoodie. That way you can get rid of the hoodie if it does get a little warm, and you can still rep the school. Sanchez, L. Burns, Turner, here is that 7-day forecast. The next push of chillier air, more wintry at least, so this is not that cold of stuff. It's in the forecast Thursday and Friday after that Wednesday round of showers and thunderstorms. Of course, that's coming with a cold front, warm ahead of it, but cooler back behind it. And then, kind of a complicated heading into early and mid-December forecast. There are a lot of moving parts, as there always are with weather, right? But it does look like we might switch to at least occasional bouts of chillier air. But it is going to be a little bit complicated to resolve exactly when we start our next push of, let's say, freezing conditions. But I do think maybe a stronger front as we get to the middle and latter portion of the first week of December. So not necessarily next week, but maybe the week after is when we could have a more substantial push of cold air back in the forecast. And after all, it is going to be early December by that point, so pretty normal. Nina Duck saying, I'm on Facebook, watching on Facebook. Nina, thanks for watching. And let's see if Nina does have a comment. Nina, if I did miss a comment that you had, I do apologize. And a reminder to anyone watching, whether you're watching on YouTube or on Facebook, you can always reach out to me on my social media, TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Message me or comment on any of my weather posts. Any of your weather questions, comments, concerns, CUTTERMARTIN. That's how you spell my name. You can find me on any social media platform. And it's not just me, of course, anyone on the Atlanta News First Alert Weather Team. Rodney Harris, Ella Dorsey, Courtney Jacobazzi, Fred Campagna, Jennifer Valdez, myself, the entire team, hopefully I didn't miss anyone there. We will always be here to answer your weather questions, address any comments, concerns about any of the weather as we head deeper into the fall and winter season. So again, a final look at that 7-day forecast. The one thing I want to drive home is that we do have some stormier weather on the way. Heavy rain moves in early Sunday morning, so first alert Sunday morning. It'll be pouring. Probably going to be some thunder and lightning in there as well, but we're talking the wee hours of Sunday morning. By 7, 8, 9 o'clock, it appears to be drying out, and by Sunday afternoon, we're great. But at first few preview showers, we'll call them, move in later tomorrow afternoon and evening. The real deal rain is late Saturday night, early Sunday morning. Nice Monday, watching Tuesday, maybe a couple showers late in the day, but it does look like Wednesday is the next focus for showers and thunderstorms. And then nice but chilly again Thursday, next rain chance in the forecast. Friday, a reminder, you can get that 10-day outlook at AtlantaNewsFirst.com and also in the Atlanta News First Alert weather app. Thank you all for watching. Just checking back over the comment threads once again. Nina saying go dogs. Sanchez, you're very welcome for the update. And doesn't look like we have any new fresh comments on YouTube. Again, thank you everyone for watching. We are back on TV, Atlanta News First at 11 p.m. with your complete First Alert forecast. I hope you have a wonderful evening. If you are headed out shopping, clouds, but no rain this evening. Different story, though, tomorrow night. We're back on TV and in the app, streaming platforms as well at 11 p.m. with your complete First Alert forecast. Thanks for watching.